Oh man, this video is going to be hard to make, isn't it? Hey, what's up you guys? Nintendo finally dropped an announcement for the newest Nintendo Switch model for the family of consoles. While it wasn't the illustrious Nintendo Switch Pro we were oh so patiently waiting for, I feel obligated to make this video for those individuals that are at least somewhat hyped for this new Nintendo Switch. I'll be honest with you guys, my current Nintendo Switch has seen better days, and I hate to say this because, you know, there's a lot of negativity going around for this Switch model, but I'm kind of a little hyped for this revision. Not so much, but a little bit. But honestly, for the amount of time that we've waited for a Switch revision, I honestly think we as Nintendo fans deserve better. Yes, there was all these rumors hyping up the Nintendo Switch Pro and it's gonna have this and that, and we didn't get most of the things we really wanted. I think we deserve better. So without further ado, my name is JuniorAlexanderLeiva, aka Mr. Awesome, and here's 10 reasons to be hyped for the Nintendo Switch OLED model. Subscribe for future Nintendo Switch videos such as this one. Hey, if you're interested, I'm going to release a 10 reasons to skip the Nintendo Switch OLED model pretty soon, so definitely subscribe and turn on notifications for that video. Number 1, the new screen. I'll be straight up with you guys, I was always content with my current Nintendo Switch screen. I never saw anything wrong with it up until I noticed these big ugly bezels. The original Switch screen is 6.2 inches, and while it isn't bad by any means, it's a pretty good size. It's about time we got a new revision with a better screen, and this Nintendo Switch OLED model is it. This new Switch model has a 7-inch OLED screen, and frankly, it looks pretty nice. With this new screen, you get to enjoy gems like Super Mario Odyssey and Luigi's Mansion 3 with more vivid colors and nice crisp contrast. If you put these two side by side, the OLED model looks a lot more appealing than the OG model. Now, unfortunately, this screen is still 720p, and that kinda sucks. We should have at least gotten a 1080p screen, especially now in 2021, but it is what it is. I'll save my gripes for the next video. Number 2, built-in wired LAN port. This is a good reason to be hyped, to be honest. The online for Nintendo Switch is about to get a whole lot better, and it's about damn time we got a LAN port built in on the Nintendo console. Well, technically this is on the dock, but it still counts. To be fair, we should have had this since the Nintendo Wii back in 2006. If you didn't know, LAN ports are really good for online play because you get to connect your router straight into the console itself, and it gives you possibly the best internet your service provider can give you. You get a much more smoother online playing experience with minimal lag. Of course, this also depends on everyone else's internet that you play with, but if we're all connected via LAN, then games like Smash Brothers wouldn't really be a lag fest. LAN should definitely bring those laggy moments down a whole bunch. That's pretty hype, to be honest. Number 3, enhanced audio. Audio wasn't really an issue for me for the OG Switch model. Hey, but an improvement is an improvement, and I'll take it. Honestly, I think we're gonna see if this is truly better audio once this Switch model comes out, and once people start making comparison videos on YouTube. So Game Explain, if you're watching this video for some whatever reason, there's a video idea for you. Make sure to write a check to the mail, please. Just kidding, guys. Honestly, if I had to say something in terms of the audio, I wish we had Bluetooth support. Honestly, I just want to play the Switch with my wireless headphones. Is that so much to ask? Number 4, 3 modes in 1. The Nintendo Switch OLED model follows in the footsteps of the OG Switch, where you can play it in 3 different styles. There's the obvious handheld mode, where you can enjoy that 7-inch OLED screen with the Joy-Cons attached. There's tabletop mode, where it uses the new kickstand, where you can play with your friends if no TV is around, which also benefits from this 7-inch screen. And finally, there's TV mode, where you can dock your OLED Switch onto the big screen to enjoy your games in higher definitions. I'm happy this revision has these 3 options, and honestly, it didn't lean towards just being a handheld or just a home console. I'm happy it's actually a Nintendo Switch that can actually switch. Number 5, the new kickstand. This might sound like a stupid reason, but hear me out. The kickstand on the original Switch sucked. It was small and flimsy, that thing braked off so easily. Hell, my nephew lost my kickstand piece the other day, and I'm really mad about it because I sometimes play on tabletop mode, and now I can't. Now I gotta prop up the Switch onto something. Now the new kickstand is wide and adjustable, and you can put it at an angle that pleases you the most or makes you have a better viewing experience. Since the kickstand is bigger, it looks to be more sturdy, which honestly is an A+ in my book. I hope this thing is not as flimsy as the old one. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to drop a like. Let's hit 50 likes for this video, just to show me that some of you are hyped for the Switch OLED model. Thanks in advance. Number 6, compatible with almost all Switch accessories. Let's be thankful for this. Nintendo could have easily made the new Nintendo Switch come with brand new Joy-Cons that are different looking and that don't support the OG Switch. Hell, the Switch itself could have been shaped differently. It could have been humongous. Or it could have been something as silly as changing the charging port from the bottom to the top of the console. But physically, the Switch remains the same. That's amazing if you ask me. You can use your existing game cases. Your Joy-Cons still work with this OLED model, so all your colored Joy-Cons you got in your drawer somewhere, they still work with this console, which is dope. Labo is somewhat still compatible, but it won't fit as good because the new Switch is like a little bit bigger, but not by much. The only thing that changes things is the screen. Obviously, if you have a screen protector, I assume you might have to get a new one just because, you know, it's just the screen itself is physically bigger. That's basically it for the most part. The Pro Controller and everything else works the same, and it's just dope. Number 7. Play all your Switch games. While I really wanted a more powerful Switch, you know, the Switch Pro, after giving it some thought, I'm thankful that I can still play the same Switch games that I've enjoyed on both the OLED model and the existing Switch. Now, it's kind of counterintuitive for this video, but at least I know that I can play Smash with better online and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with a more vivid screen and still play those same games with the same power and fidelity on the original Switch. And it sucks saying that, you know, but a part of me inside is like, alright, they're the same thing. I guess I'm not missing out much. Honestly, if this was a Switch Pro, I would have bought 2 Switches because they might have been significantly more powerful, but since it's not significantly more powerful, I'm just going to buy one Switch OLED. Now, the question I'm asking myself is, where am I going to use this new Switch? At the studio or at home? Only time will tell. Number 8, the white set. I can't lie, these white Joy-Cons look very tough. This honestly reminds me of the Etika World Network channel. Rest in peace, Etika. I know you would enjoy these Joy-Cons a lot. Even the dock is white too, and honestly, this just looks aesthetically pleasing. Now you're going to be able to distinguish who got the OG Switch and who got the new Switch, just because the new dock looks a little bit different. Unless you get the neon set, which the dock looks the same, it's black, but it's still a little bit more rounded and stuff. Man, I gotta pre-order this white set because I feel like I'm gonna be stuck waiting for it to be available, just like how I'm waiting for a PS5 to be available too. And I ain't trying to do that for a Nintendo console. Number 9, the price could have been more. Okay, so this isn't necessarily a reason to be hyped, but hear me out. The Switch model is priced at $349.99, which is kind of expensive, and the OG Switch remains at $299.99, which could have gone down in price, while the Nintendo Switch Lite is priced at $199.99, which is perfect. That could have stayed the same. But honestly, I believe the price could have been more. It could have been $399.99. But thankfully it isn't. I don't want to compare Nintendo to Sony, but if you look at PlayStation's digital version versus the physical version, the price difference between those two is $100, and the main difference is just a CD drive. Now granted, the CD drive could be very powerful because it's running big games, but still, it's $100. And Nintendo could have easily done that. They could have said, hey, here's a $400 Switch, take it or leave it. And some people like me would have probably taken it. Honestly, now that I think about it, I don't think I would have bought the OLED Switch at $400. Granted, I'd rather this Switch be $300, but I'm looking at the cup half full. At least it's $350. And finally, number 10. It comes out this year. I just knew we were going to get a Switch revision this year. There was no way. We had to. There was no way we were going to go in holiday 2021 without a new Nintendo Switch console, especially after Next Gen came out last year. There's no way Nintendo was going to miss out this year, man. Definitely no way. This console comes out October 8th, 2021, alongside Metroid Dread, which I know Nintendo is gearing up to sell a lot of copies of Metroid, and it's going to definitely go hand in hand with this new Switch revision. Man, Breath of the Wild 2 is going to really benefit from OLED screen, man. Rest in peace, my wallet. October is going to make it very, very tough financially. Well, that's it. Are you hyped for the Nintendo Switch OLED model? I know it isn't the Switch Pro we had all been waiting for, but come Come on, it's Nintendo we're talking about here. Definitely please stay in tune for the next few videos about the Nintendo Switch OLED, because I have a lot to talk about. I just didn't want to bring too much negativity for this video. If you're hyped, definitely let me know. I kind of want to see people's excitement. Subscribe, because I'm definitely going to go more in depth about the Nintendo Switch Pro in the near future. Shout outs to the members becoming members, because low-key, you guys are helping me get this Nintendo Switch OLED model. So thank you in advance. Shout outs to the merch peeps. If you guys haven't bought merchandise, please do so. It helps out the channel financially, and it can also help me buy a Nintendo Switch OLED. Shout outs to the people that bought the merch before. As always, thanks for watching, and as always, again, stay golden. Hey, random question at the end of the video time. What phone are you using? I have an iPhone 12 Pro Max, but I kind of want to know what phone you guys are using.